And there are so many different signs that you can learn about that will help you to understand if you or somebody you know might be in one of these abusive relationships.
Guilt trips. This is a method employed by abusers when they want to get their way. They might say something like, "If you loved me, you would or wouldn't do this," or "I thought this meant something to you, but apparently I was wrong." The hope is that the victim will feel bad for letting their abuser down and just give in to whatever it is they want.
Putting you down. I was constantly being called horrible names by my ex-boyfriend. Stupid, psycho, retarded, mentally challenged.
There's yelling in the household. There's a lot of yelling, and typically this person will over yell to not hear you, or so you can't get your point across, to the point where you can't even hear yourself.
Knowing you. Many abusers think and act as if they know everything about you, right down to your thoughts. If you try to claim otherwise, they will assume you are lying. They may even try to convince you that you are lying to yourself.
Domination and control. This is something that I saw with the person that I was with from like the beginning. Before we started dating, we were kind of together but not together, like really.
Constantly checks up on you. An abuser might employ this as a way of keeping their victim in line. They may demand that their victim text them at certain intervals while they are out, and can even request that the victim send specific pictures, like them holding up a peace sign or a selfie with the friend they said they were with.
They make you feel like you don't have the ability to say no. So like when it comes to sex things, when it comes to what you even want to do, where you want to go to dinner, it was up to them, and what they wanted to do, you just couldn't really say no.
Forgetting. An abuser tends to have selective memory, where they may deny ever saying anything that upset you if you try to confront them about it. For example, they may have made a promise that was never fulfilled, and then claim the promise was never made.
Forces you to do things you don't want to do. This can mean anything from making you go to the movies when you'd rather stay home, to making you do something physically that you don't want to do. It is another way for the abuser to gain control over their victim. Some might even find pleasure in watching their victim feel uncomfortable.
Making everything your fault, and this is something that, like, if you were to bring up something that was bothering you, they'd find a way to twist it and make it your fault. I would end up apologizing somehow.
Causing you to stay silent. It is innate for humans to want to share their experiences, but being with an abuser may redirect that nature. You may avoid or stop talking with the abuser, and may even stop talking about yourself and your experiences to everyone in general, based off habit and trauma caused by the abuser. Making you lie. You may not usually lie, but this person may cause you to lie at times to avoid any verbal and/or physical abuse to come. This lying is motivated by stress caused by the abuser. Making you depressed. Being worn down by an abuser can easily make anyone depressed. Being pushed to question yourself and your sanity will get tiring over time and eventually lead to a feeling of hopelessness. Worst of all, because you think you have issues such as paranoia and memory loss, you are likely to search for treatment for the depression and the mental problems rather than for the issue itself, the abuser.
Humiliates you. This behavior is often done in front of other people, perhaps his or her friends, and is used as a way to keep their victim down. The abuser's goal is to make them feel weak and small so that the victim doesn't stand up for themselves.
If any of these signs we talked about today resonate with you, or if you recognize either yourself or someone else in an emotionally abusive relationship, I really encourage you to reach out for help. There are many licensed counselors who can basically help you determine if you are in an abusive relationship, and if you choose to stay in the relationship, help you set boundaries, and if you choose to leave the relationship, help you with all of the emotions and feelings that will arise around this difficult decision.